Welcome everyone. We really appreciate you joining us for these videos, and I hope they're informative and useful for you. In fact, speaking of being informative, we have with us today Mr. Tyler Maffitt, our Communications Manager. And I understand we have some new enhancements toward that communication service to connect with our residents and improve, make it easier for residents to communicate with the city. Can you enlighten us on what we can expect?
Well, sure, and thanks for having me, Mayor. Over the past year, residents have probably noticed several services. Let's just review really quickly. The first of those would be Rumor Stop, where residents can submit questions and receive timely answers to anything that is going on with the city or anything in the community. They'll also probably be familiar with our What's Happening service. So this is residential construction development, new road construction taking place over the summer months, and then finally would be any economic development services. So we've really tried our best to track that as closely and as accurately as possible, so hopefully residents have found that useful. So the final piece of this here, which residents should be seeing here in the next 3 months, is really an upgrade to our existing resident portal. Any resident who has used the resident portal will know that they can submit an issue in one of our parks or on our streets or anything going wrong with our public utilities, and we'll try to respond to that as quickly as possible and get the issue resolved, whatever that looks like.
Could I just interject there that with that service and those tools, that is something we really do invite and encourage that input. So don't ever think that you're being an annoyance or something. If you see a broken sprinkler, please let us know, because our people are busy and have probably missed it, at least in that time frame that it is noticeable. So yeah, let us know what you see.
The communications department really tries our best to route these things when they come up, especially through social media. The resident portal is an excellent way to directly contact departments and get the most timely response.
One of the things I love about the resident portal is you don't have to do a lot of searching. It just takes you directly, you don't have to wade through the website. It takes you directly where you need to go and gets you makes that connection for you.
We want to make that process even easier. So in the next 3 months, we're really going to be implementing some tools internally for city employees, but this is really going to be reflected on the outside for residents. Right now, you submit an issue and it sort of falls flat after that. You don't know where the issue stands, whether it's been fixed, who's responding to it. Oftentimes residents will be contacted by the relevant department head, but that's not always the case. We want to improve that and enhance that, and so this upgrade to the resident portal that we're anticipating will let residents know not only that we've received it, but that we're working on it, where things stand, any messages that are relevant to the resident. If an issue has already been reported, you will be able to subscribe to an issue and track it in real time until the issue is completed. So not only will this help the city respond to issues much more efficiently, but this will also help residents know what we're responding to at any given time, how quickly we're completing it, and anything that may be delayed and why it's delayed. So really looking forward to these improvements here in the coming months.
I love that, because then it also gives us an opportunity to review those response times. How long did it take someone to get back to the individual? How long did it take to resolve the situation? All of those things. So it gives us real usable data so we can measure our own performance in those services.
We love efficient government here in Eagle Mountain, and we want to make sure that we're allocating resources to the correct places. And we know that residents have a standard that they expect us to meet, and we have every intention of meeting that standard.
Sounds great. So what else do we have going on?
Yeah, so a couple of things. Part of our communication services is that we have a city app. We are working right now to really enhance that app and put it on not only the App Store through Apple, but also the Google Store as well, so it'll be accessible through Android. So residents should be seeing that in the coming months as well. Super easy to use, all relevant city information that's on the city website, and we really think that residents deserve, access to the city at the touch of their fingers, because we have so much going on here and so much to keep track of. Just having that on their mobile device or on their tablet, that's going to be really useful, we believe, going forward.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. I mean, it's always a bit of a challenge, a little more complicated than perhaps it might look on paper, perhaps. But yeah, we do have so much going on in the city. There's, every summer we have road construction and things happening that, our residents can be aided by having that timely information if there are any changes to their routines, whether it's getting back and forth to work or school or to the store, whatever.
One of the things that we really value, and I'll make mention of what you said earlier in this conversation, Mayor, which is that we really want folks to tell us what is going on in the city. And not only do we want residents to tell us what's going on, but we as a city want to communicate to residents as effectively as possible about what's going on. So this not only includes our social media, which we try to update many times a day and answer questions in real time, but this also includes a news section of our website. It includes text messaging alerts and things like that. Anywhere where we can reach residents and let them know what's going on in their community, this is especially valuable to my department, and we're going to keep striving to improve those services.
This is really important because, one, we want to measure those performances and we want to be able to report those measures in all categories, right? Whether it's just changes in the city, whether it is a traffic situation, whether it's law enforcement, those kind of things. And so those things really enable a resident to get a good feel about where the city is, things that are happening maybe even in their own neighborhood or close by. So I know that that's always a concern as the city grows for everyone, right? Does questions like is crime going to become more prevalent, or what kind of issues are residents that live in the city dealing with, kind of a thing. So all of that kind of information can either put us at ease or help us prepare either way.
One of the things that we really try to do in my department is provide relevant information and content to people so that they know what to do when certain issues arise. I'll give you an example. Among the issues that my department sees on a regular basis is issues of traffic, issues of speeding, issues of car parking. The city certainly wants to be responsive and sensitive to these issues. We know we're a growing city. We know that there are concerns with traffic safety. And so educating the public around good traffic safety habits, good driving habits, knowing what our city code says with respect to parking, and knowing where to report issues, and being confident that our Sheriff's Office Eagle Mountain Division is being sensitive and responsive to that, and that the city is hearing them. This is all relevant to my department, and I just want to say that we do hear residents, and it's communicated to relevant people, and we try to be sensitive and responsive to those needs.
Well, Tyler, let me just say I really appreciate the work that you do. I think you're doing a wonderful job, and it's especially exciting to see this progress and advance and have more tools available to our people so that we can communicate better, work together better, and keep improving our city.
If you have something to say, we want to hear you. It's useful to us, so don't hesitate to reach out at all.
Great. Well, Tyler, thank you for being with us today. We'll look forward to those enhancements and more services and more opportunities to communicate in a convenient, timely manner. So thank you, and we'll look forward to those.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.